welcome to Talladega Superspeedway, qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman. See the 43 Nick Short heading out onto the track. And that Kevin Harvick Quicksilver throwback that Alpha Prime ran at Darlington. Just kind of cruising and into the grass. Very odd outro. Here's Trent Sneed, the 81. Looks like the car quickest up to speed is going to be the 14 of Edwards. It's Wes Parker, Lucas Hoytsma hot on his tail. Those three should be the first ones to set a lap time here for qualifying. While we watch Edwards do his warm-up lap, let's go ahead and show you the points real quick. Hopefully this is set up. It is. Good. Perfect. So you see Lucas already through to the next round. 3 more drivers will join him tonight. Anyone in the top 8 can win and get in. So Edwards, Sneed, Mike Chris, Harry Grindell, all those drivers looking to knock the top 4 out. Hoytsma, as we said, locked in, so Hayden, Parker, and Martin could still fall out theoretically. Hayden and Parker probably just need a decent stage finish and a top 15. It'll probably move them on. So really the scrutiny is right there. Travis Martin, Harry Grindell, Mike Chris, Trenton Sneed, Mike Edwards. Those 5 will be in a hellacious scrap. Then if one of them was to win, it would move Wes Parker down to that transfer line. Be very interesting tonight. Edwards works his way into that tri-oval. Should be one of the first lap times to post. Give a benchmark for everyone else to chase. Survey says it's like a 54:35 for Mike Edwards. That will be the time everybody will chase. Lucas puts in his lap time at 54:95. Wes Parker 55:03. Newton 55:04. Lawrence 54:40. Slots in P2. Cody Cleaver jumps to 6th. J.R. Deal slots in 7th. Kelly Hyatt jumps to 2nd. The Valvoline Chevy. And Montrose 11th, one of our playoff cars. Daniel Wallen jumps up to 6th in his Labor 12 Chevy. Matt Benke goes P4. The City Financial Stephen Light machine. Big field tonight. 30, looks like 33 cars. Pretty wild. Quinn Newton jumps up to P3. Mountain Dew pitch black car. Jake Lawrence goes P5. Wes Parker top of the board. Edwards falls to 4th. Lucas Hoytsma jumps up there. Cleaver gets P3. Hayden Lowell then goes P2. Wes Parker in the 22, still top of the charts. Nick Short jumps in between there. He'll go P2. Trenton Sneed jumps in between there. He goes P2. Didn't know there was room to squeeze a car in there, but he did it. See who else has a chance here. Dalton Hayes on his second lap along with the 7 of Scrimetta. They're about the same point on the track. Mike Chris goes to 8th. 21 cars have put a lap time down. Ethan Evers jumps up to 9th. We'll watch Hayes come to the line. $54.43 for Hayes. So second lap slower for him. Scrimetta also slower lap 2. Bunch of cars picked up on lap 2, but those were not some of those drivers. Scherer slower on lap 2. Dustin Franklin's not going to make it around. Neither is Damon Nagel. That is the end of qualifying. 21 cars put a lap time down. 21 of our 33 cars, so 12 cars electing to start at the back of the field. We go to our main event. Pole sitter Wesley Parker. Let's see if we can have a chat with old Wes. Wesley, DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Hello, we find ourselves starting at the very front of this field. Are you going to try and stay up there? Or are you going to, if you get into the middle, just drop to the back? What's your plans tonight?
We just gonna watch and see what happens first. I mean, it's hard to tell, really. Anything's
Totally.
possible here.
That is very true. You got Autumn watching tonight?
I think she is.
Maybe, possibly.
She'll
All
say
right.
something in the chat.
There you go. Well, we got ourselves 90 laps here tonight. What do you think the strategy is going to be? How long can you go on a tank of fuel?
I didn't even calculate that really, so I'm not sure if it's 18. If it's 18 gallons, it's like 30 laps. So we're losing 6. Probably like 19, maybe.
Dang. Could be seeing a lot of pit stops tonight then. Should be
Oh yeah,
entertaining. I like the strategy part of it, so that should be fun.
yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, sir. Good luck to you in the race.
Bye, I love you.
Wes Parker being the silly ones. He better stay in front, says the Autumn. So there we go. We definitely have Autumn here. We got the starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12, awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. If you haven't checked them out yet, what is wrong with you? They are amazing. Labor 12, Labor XII, if you spell it out. Wes Parker on the pole in the 2210 Tense Racing Toyota. Trenton Sneed starts second in the Treon Technology Chevrolet. Then you have newcomer Logan Smith starts in third in the, I can't even read what that says. His Toyota starts in the third spot. You have Nick Short in the KeenParts.com Camaro, starts there in the fourth spot. Hayden Knowles Napa Ford starts fifth. Lucas Heusman, the DuPont Chevy, starts in sixth. Cody Cleaver's Valvoline Ford starts seventh. Mike Chris, the Labor 12 Dale Jr. Mustang, starts in eighth. Ethan Evers' Cave RP Toyota starts in 9th. Quinn Newton Pitch Black Mountain Dew Chevrolet starts 10th. Mike Edwards' Cave RP Fort Worth Screen Toyota starts in 11th. Dalton Hayes, the BZ Mart Camaro, starts in 12th. Travis Scrimmetta, Labor 12 Toyota, starts 13th. JR Deal Little Caesars Hot and Ready Pizza Pizza Car starts in the 14th spot. Randy Lee, Labor 12 Chevy, starts in 15th. Jake Lawrence, the Prime Hydration Blue Raspberry Car, which is the best flavor by far of the Prime, starts in 16th. Kelly Hyatt, the Valvoline Camaro, starts in 17th. Daniel Llewellyn, Labor 12 Chevy, 18th. Jeremy Scherer in the Fall Guys Toyota starts there in the 19th spot. Matt Benke, City Financial Camaro, in 20th. Ian Montrose, 21st in the John Deere Ford. Nathan Harper starts 22nd in the Dallas Cowboys Mustang. Dustin Franklin, the Station Camaro, starts 23rd. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, starts 24th in that beautiful Hot Wheels throwback. Jeremy Clapper Newell in the HendrickCars.com Camaro starts 25. Harry Gradell, Team Kamikaze Toyota, 26th. Andrew Beach, the Side Pipe Chevy, starts 27th. Cliff Mullins, the Race 22 Midnight Performance Camaro, starts 28th. Jeff Price, Back Channel Productions Camaro, 29th. Dave Hoysmith, the Labor 12 Chevrolet, starts in 30th. 31st goes to Damon Nabel in the Trevor Project Mustang. Lucky Eck starts there in the 32nd spot in his Labor 12 Chevrolet. And then Scott Helston in the Traxxas Toyota starts 33rd on the field. Huge field tonight as we're going from 8 playoff drivers down to 4 at the end of this race. See those ones with the yellow name banners on the windshields? Those are the playoff drivers. Mike Edwards, Mike Christopher, Wes Parker, Trenton Sneed, Lucas Heusman, and others. Field rolls into the tri-oval. Have to wait for the green flag here on the initial start. Green flag out. We are underway from Talladega. 90 laps will be the distance that we can test for this one as the field roars towards turn number 1. A couple of playoff drivers leading the field. Wes Parker leads that inside line. Trenton Sneed the high line. Typically what we see is when they come off turn number 2, that outside line will get a good push, but Lucas Heusman goes all the way to the third line immediately. That will stall out that middle line now, although they do break ahead just barely over Wes Parker. Trenton had room to drop down, but he chose not to go for it. Will stay 3 wide as Wes Parker fills that inside line once again. We thought they might be a little calmer to start this race with 90 laps. But we see instantly the aggression. Now the 97 is locked in for next week. Trenton Sneed gets a lap lead there. That'll give him a bonus point towards trying to make those championship 4 at the end of the race. Trenton drops all the way to the bottom in front of Wes Parker in the 22. Hayden Lowell pushing the 43 of Nick Short. Nick Short gets that 43 out in front. He drops down in front of Trenton Sneed. Now Hayden has nobody around him. Have to wait for JR Deal to catch up. And he'll start drifting back. Lucas Heusman on the outside with his teammates. That's Michael Christopher and I believe that's Quinn Newton behind him. Wes Parker jumps up in front of Hayden Lowell. Parker wants to jump back to the front. So he gets alongside Nick Short. Wes Parker will lead lap 2. He'll get a bonus point for trying to make those championship 4 spots. West drops to the bottom in front of Short. Looks like about the top 12 to 14 cars all in this lead pack. And you have Ethan Evers and Mike Edwards 15th and 16th leading that single file train behind that's trying to keep the draft but not be in the chaos. We've got a blinker on the bottom there. Whoever is behind Trenton Sneed looks like the 6 car, Logan Smith. Had a blink in the 6. Coming to lap 3. Hayden's positioned to get this lap lead, but Wes Parker's going to have a run at him. Wes denies that lap lead for the 67 of Hayden Lowell. Jake Lawrence all the way to that top line by himself. Hayden gets out to the front and he stays on that middle line. I think JR wanted him to go down so JR could take the lead. Hayden said, no, I'm staying in this middle lane. Now Lucas Heusman jumps to the outside. I believe that's going to give the lap to Wes Parker once again. Hayden's going to get a bit of a push, but Wes leads that lap. Well, Hayden still doesn't have the lap lead bonus. No, he is trying to get it. I also get 3 extra bonus points if you're able to lead the most laps. JR Deal peek into that 3rd line. Lucas Heusman looks like he wanted to go with him. A lot of playoff drivers in the front of that outside line. Mike Christopher, Lucas Heusman, Hayden Lowell, and Harry Grindell all up there. Trenton on the bottom. Trenton has Wes Parker leading his line. Both of those are playoff cars as well. Montrose is in that bottom line, the John Deere Mustang. And Mike Edwards. This field's starting to come back together again. Montrose dipped below the apron there. That was a bit strange. Dalton Hayes all the way to the 3rd line. No help. Harry Grindell is going to go to the outside of JR Deal as Hayden Lowell's dropped to the bottom. Hayden got to the front and now he is heading to the back. He has seen enough and wants no part of being up there. Field roars down the backstretch here at Talladega. What a sight to see. Oh, the 6 car gets up the track. Fortunately, there was room there. Here we come to complete lap 6. Harry Grindell going to get the lap lead. Seen a lot of these playoff drivers getting a lap lead early. Never know when that 1 point might be important. Harry drops in front of Parker. Now we have a couple of EXT machines up top. Mike Chris, Lucas Heusman. With the help of JR Deal, Dalton Hayes. I believe that's Jake Lawrence. That outside line. And Quinn Newton, Randy Lee. Looks like the 6 car is bailed out. Dropping to the back. Thought that car was going to run in the back of him. The Cowboys car was catching that 6 quick. Formless, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a delightful Tuesday. Welcome to Talladega. Is Lucas going to get this lap? Not quite. Harry Grindell leads that one. Oh, that goes the 34. Nathan Harper got spit out of the pack. Let's see if we can take a quick look. We're still in slow-mo from the race earlier today. Let's jump back live and then go back. Let's see, he's beside Cliff Mullins. Mullins and Harper make contact. It spits the 34 down towards the inside of the track. Amazingly does not hit the wall. Still has a race car, but the caution is out. And we have a big mess at the entrance of turn 3. While we were watching all that go down, Jake Lawrence is involved. Trying to see where it starts. It's up towards the front. Somebody got yeeted. Holy cow. Watch that from the far chase. Oh, Ian Montrose gets into the 2 of Cleaver. That turns Cleaver up into Jake Lawrence. Daniel Wallen gets a bad shot from it as well. And for some reason, he just gets catapulted. Thanks, iRacing. 1 minute he's there, the next minute he is orbital. Oh my gosh. Daniel Wallen have to take the tow. Insult the injury there. Well, Lucas definitely gets the lap led.
1 and 3.
Let's check out what the drivers are saying. Don't hear too much. We get ready for pit stops here. Sure we'll see.
Checking up in 4.
Sure we'll see everybody come for at least fuel. A lot of drivers may check damage after that too. Hopefully most of them won't need to take their fast repair. It's a little too early for that. Someone stays out here. Looks like Mike Edwards wants to lead a lap. So Edwards in the 14. He's going to pick up a lap lead with that destroyed race car. He's going to have to take a fast repair for sure. Everyone else on the pit road. Looks like a lot of fuel stops as everyone gassing it up. The 6 car looks like he missed his box. He's stopped on pit road. He's going to turn while Hayden's trying to go out. They're going to take tires on both 67 and the 6. If you want to be in the back of the field, might as well. Everyone else that's still in pit road should be taking damage repair. Let's see if we can find who's down and on pit lane. It's Quinn Newton in the 5. Harper, he's got some right side damage from where him and Mullins made contact, but fortunately for him, he didn't then hit the inside wall. Car ought to be okay if he can keep it in the draft. Wouldn't want to lead a line. Clapper Newell to 21, down and away. Quinn Newton, heavy repairs. That right side's pretty torn up. You can see the hood's buckled around the fender on the front. Franklin's car doesn't look too bad. Not from this angle. Maybe Franklin just wanted to go to the back. Jeff Price, the 19. He had a whole minute down there on pit road. Daniel Wallen's still there as he had to take the tow after getting sent to space.
Come on, Jake.
Now we'll see what Mike Edwards decides to do. Pretty sure he's going to come to pit road. That car will not keep up if he tries to run it like that. Edwards in a must-win situation, virtually. I mean, he is 8th in the points. Take a quick look as he comes down pit road. He's in 8th of the 8 drivers that are eligible to move on to the championship 4. Technically, there's ways he could get in without winning, but the odds are that'll be his easiest ticket, just to go up there and win. He's going to have to take the fast repair here, and then he's going to have to hope to stay out of the wrecks. That's going to be nerve-wracking for the 14 team. So he does take that repair. He'll head to the back, but he'll need to be back to the front by the time they get to the end of lap 45, which is when our stage points go out halfway. It will be posted on YouTube later, yes, Rick. We always upload it within a day or two. Sometimes right after. Yeah, he got beamed up for sure, Formless. Daniel, that was crazy. I've never seen it do that. Just barely pushing you. And then yeet. Sent into orbit. So we've had our first large accident. Fortunately, the one with Harper didn't collect any cars other than Harper and Mullins. This one collects 5 or 6 guys. Llewellyn's back out there.
Good.
Impressively, Llewellyn.
There.
Daniel had a 4-minute repair and tow put together, and he is only 1 lap down. So there's still a shot for Mr. Llewellyn in this race. Odds are we won't go green the rest of the way, so he's got a good shot at picking up that lucky dog as long as other cars don't have too much damage and go a lap down as well. If he can stay with that lead pack, Llewellyn might still have a shot at this race.
Spoiler straight up.
Spoiler straight. Stay in the draft, you should be fine.
Okay. Catch the field. Everybody, tighten it up.
Llewellyn urging people to catch the field. Looking at the intervals, though, I don't see anybody hanging back. Except for maybe Cliff Mullins. Injectocito, cuz. I love that. It's a great movie. I mean, it's not a great movie, but just because it's so cheesy and silly, it's a great movie, if that makes sense. Too Fast, Too Furious. Going back racing here. We'll start lap 12 when we get to the stripe. Lucas in that Rainbow Warrior paint scheme leads the field towards turn 1. Field very spread out this time. Place from Mike Chris go 1-2 on the inside. Wes Parker has JR Deal. 10-10's teammates up on that high line. They're probably going to not get in line. They're probably going to push here. Looks like Nick Short's going to jump up there to the high line. Ian Montrose tries to go all the way to a 3rd line. Nobody up there to help him, though. He looks to the outside of Dalton Hayes.
4-3 footing, 4-3 footing. 23 on me, hidden.
Interesting.
Check.
Some of the Fort Worth screen printing cars coming to pit road here to 14, 26, and 74. All peel off and come to pit road. Very surprising. This is one of our playoff contenders, Mike Edwards. Maybe he picked up a penalty that he had to serve under green. Only thing I can imagine. Then his teammates are going to go with him to try and help him. Right, Formless, like, I don't know, the last one I thoroughly enjoyed was probably 5. From there, it was just kind of downhill. We're going 3 wide for the lead up front. Lucas Hoytsma getting sucked back in the middle as Mike Chris goes to the inside, Wes Parker to the outside. Mike Chris gets a lap lead in the 88. That'll help his playoff chances. Wes Parker drops down in front of Lucas Hoytsma.
Do you have damage, Quinn?
I must have. I got just a teeny bit. It's only 40 seconds. But
Yeah, Quinn Newton's right side is definitely torn up. You don't want him leading.
I ain't going anywhere, Binky. I'm trying to avoid the 3 wide.
Yeah, I really didn't think it was that bad. Apparently, I'm slow.
Yeah, his right side's torn up pretty good.
There you go. We're about to back up again.
front, it's Parker and Christopher. Christopher leads that one. Oh, Randy Lee goes down into Dalton Hayes. We have another accident. This one's going to collect a lot of cars. 0-0. Randy Lee got turned there.
Don't hit me. I don't have a fast repair. Leave me alone.
Daniel Wally comes to a stop and says, "Don't hit me." Let's go back and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Oh, the 6 gets into Randy Lee.
In front of me. I was there on the bumper in front of me, and yeah.
It's a little offset. He gets into the left rear corner instead of the center of the bumper, and that turns Randy Lee down into Dalton Hayes. They come up into Ian Montrose, one of our playoff cars. And then Randy has a wild ride as he goes blanking through the field. I don't know who we can show you.
So what's the status on the 34?
He disappears. Why are we asking about the 34? .33 loses it back in. Benke sneaks through there in the 35. It's got a little right side damage, but not too bad. So he was running right at the back of this lead pack. This is why Trenton Sneed was bailing out, saying he wanted not to be up here. Oh my gosh, Benke. 35 sneaks through there. And Trenton bailed out. Let's see how he fared. Yeah.
I'm meatball by the.
That's why Trenton wanted to get out of there.
The guy behind you is a meatball too.
Quinn Newton, hang on to this. Oh my gosh, that was close for Quinn.
Passing under yellow, clear it.
Nicely done, Quinn.
If you can't catch up, that is.
Harry Gradell gets rear-ended by Beach. Then gets a piece of the 47. Harry is one of our playoff drivers. He's got some significant damage to the 70. Right side, right front, and the rear all tagged on that 70 through that one. I think Travis did okay. He's behind Quinn. He gets to the apron immediately. Travis doing a great job there in the 63. Let's see if we can watch the 37 of Cliff Mullins through here to find him. There he is. Cliff didn't do too bad. He got a little piece of the beach and a little piece of the wall, but didn't hit anything hard. Let's see. I think Dave Hoisman checked up the time. Nope. I think he got Dalton Hayes. Already had a little rear damage on that 79. Oh, Randy Lee spinning down the track, and then Dalton Hayes.
What?
47 just
Oh, I almost hit you when my.
wrong place, wrong time in that one. 6 turns the 0-0 down into him, up into the one of Ian Montrose. Loses the back end on the John Deere Mustang. Scott Elston slides in there before they all vanish. A lot of these guys taking damage repair. Meanwhile, Nick Short takes over the race lead. He did not pit this time by. Everyone else did come down for fuel. I don't know where Randy's going. Randy's 6, I guess. He's just driving right up there. Here's Scott Elston. Or that's Damon Nagel, excuse me. Dalton Hayes and Jake Lawrence are on pit road getting damage repair. Kelly Hyatt, no back end on that Valvoline Chevy. We'll take a look, see who's had to burn those fast repairs. Randy Lee in 6th, Damon Nagel 7th, Smith in 10th, Montrose and Harper 15th and 16th. I have to hit the split here. Both the Cave cars and Franklin, all those Fort Worth Green cars working together. Their split seems a little broken. It's only saying 27 cars in the field when there's 33. So a lot of cars on pit road getting that damage repair. Scott Elston. Martin came down to check damage. I don't think he needed a fast repair. He was in decent shape. Lawrence has used his, as has Hayes and Llewellyn. Llewellyn, I think, should have been the lucky dog, but I think he came to a complete stop and it didn't give it to him. He was the only car off the lead lap.
I didn't try to do that, Dalton. I had to get over to my pit stalls early.
Apparently Dalton and the 83 having a bit of a half in text chat, half in voice chat conversation. See some left front damage on the 83 car. Heard he put in 90 laps of practice by himself, preparing for the race tonight. There's always beef when it's Hayes. So Harper used his fast repair. He had that right side damage with Mullins. Let's see, Elston, Edwards, Dave Hoytsma, Dalton Hayes all used theirs. It's so early for all these fast repairs. We're only a quarter of the way into the race. It's going to be a thinned out field by the end. We started with 33. We still have 33. 32 on the lead lap. Getting set for the restart.
Sorry.
Green flag's out. We are back underway. See some damage on that 2 of Cleaver, the right front fender. Separated from the hood a bit. Parker and Hoytsma, 2 playoff drivers, leading us to the turn 1. Hoytsma already locked into that championship for next week. Wes Parker trying to join him in the 22. Behind them, you have the 2 of Cleaver and the 88 of Mike Chris. Quickly, that inside line's getting all of the cars. There's just only 5 left on that outside. And a few stragglers further back. Oh, we've seen a couple accidents. Maybe they'll settle down. We'll get some green flag running in here. Get some strategy. Spread the field apart. Should be good to go to the finish if we can get that. Oh my gosh. That was very close between the 2 and 88. Cleaver and Mike Chris, a couple of Mustangs banging doors. Fortunate to get away with that one. A lot of the field has gone single file on the inside, trying to save their race cars or what's left of them.
Yeah, I break you out differently.
Outside line is Hoytsma, Christopher, it's Nagel. We've got Skrmetta and Quinn Newton. 4 of those 5 are teammates. Inside line, you have Wes Parker, the 2 of Cleaver, 00 Randy Lee, the drummer for Labor 12. He's teammates with those 4 cars on the outside. And you have J.R. Deal on the inside line. Never thought I'd say that in my life. There he is. That orange and white Little Caesars car. You have the Logan Smith 6 Toyota. And then we go into the single file from about 11th one back. we can make it to the backstretch on lap 23. That'll be the quarter mark. A lot has happened already in this race. I think this is where we settle down a bit. I think we've wrecked enough cars now. Jake Lawrence, 68 cars, lost the draft. Daniel Llewellyn and Nick Short are a lap down. Nick Short had to come to pit road. Was leading the race. Next thing you know, he's on pit road. Don't know what happened there. We got 6 cars up top as the number 6, Smith, has decided to go up there and join those 5. Oh my gosh. Cody Cleaver struggling to hold his line. About took out that outside line again. That was terrifying to watch. Now Jeremy Clapper Newell's below the yellow line on corner entry. Not the ideal line. I think Smith may have seen that bobble from the 2. He's fallen back from that outside line. Up ahead, you see Nick Short, last place Machine's about to get swallowed up by the pack. That would put him 2 laps down. Lucas Huisma in front of the 22 of Wes Parker. On the outside line, needs to regather. Finally do make it to that quarter mark. Wes Parker leads that one. He'll drop down in front of Lucas Hoitzma here. Mike Chris trying to get a push from Damon Nagel. Look backwards from this car. Watch the field coming at her. Nothing Short can do but wait for them to come. See if he could get up high and hold his line, or if he stays down bottom and makes it a thing. He's going to stick to the bottom. It's going to be a mess. Field's going to have to go 3 wide up around him. Cleaver, oh my gosh. Zigging and zagging, bobbing and weaving as they go around the 43 car. 43 is just trying to tuck in and maintain. He'll have an uphill battle going 2 laps down though. Daniel Llewellyn currently the lucky dog in 32nd, should that yellow come out.
Come on down, JR. We need it.
Parker leads another in the 22. West on the inside line. Cody Cleaver down on the apron there. The 2 cars handling is just not there tonight. Valvoline Ford's been all over the place. Randy Lee, the 00 at Teal. 2nd car on the outside line. Now the middle line is 43 and the 9 go to the top. It's Nick Short trying to get back to the front of this pack. Quinn Newton falling out of that lead pack. He gets down on the apron in the 5. don't know if this is a pit stop or if that was just by design to get out of the mess. Looks like he just wanted to get out of harm's way. Parker leads another with Cleaver. And Eagles dropped in behind Cleaver now. It's allowed EXT to go 1, 2, 3, 4 in that top lane. See all those Labor 12 logos. I promise you that 97 has them on there too. They're just smaller. Jeremy Scher drops out of that main pack for a moment, but he stays at full speed and gets back up in the hole. Cleaver, once again, half lane up from where the lead car is running. Making it very difficult for guys like Hoytsma and Lee to run tight to that inside line, which is what you need to do if you want that outside line to start moving forward. 10%? It's always 10%. Parker leads another. Check in on our playoff drivers. We have Parker leading. Hoytsma's in third. Montrose fourth, or Montrose fifth. Forgot Damon Nagel was there. Mike Christopher in 8th. Harry Grindell 14th. Trenton Sneed 15th. Hayden Lowell 17th. Mike Edwards 23rd. Travis Martin in 26th. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Had to sneeze in the middle of that, lost my train of thought. Outside line starting to make some noise here. West Parker still leads that one, but they were much closer that time. Randy Lee giving a good push there to Lucas. Working lap 30 up and 90. I believe that is Jake Lawrence's machine that they see up ahead. Oh, Montrose up the track in the 1. Heard him apologize to Randy there. They get disorganized. Here comes Mike Chris to push Lucas Hoytsma. Hoytsma pushed up the track again as Damon Nagel comes up off the bottom. That inside line, those 3 Mustangs just not holding their line very well. Montrose, Cleaver, and I think that's Damon Nagel dancing side to side.
Hi, Jeff. Yay! Sorry about that, Randy.
Fields catching Jake. See if Jake stays down on the apron. Staying down out of the way. Can get a little squirrely down there, but able to keep it under control. Is that Mike Edwards pushing to the top with no help in the 14? Remember the 43 there, the Quicksilver Kevin Harvick scheme. That is a lap machine, 2 laps down in fact. Nick Short in 33rd. Looks like Carl Eck, lucky, has hit pit road. Great shot there of the back of the haulers. Here comes the 83 off pit road. I'm sure the field will get by him. Parker and Hoytsma leading once again. Hoytsma leads that lap. And the 6 of Logan Smith all the way to the top. 43, 14, 26 all going with him. They're trying to get that 3rd line working in. don't know about you guys, but I'm holding my breath like every lap. Wes Parker leads another
But
here at Talladega. Six and 43. You've been working that third line. Almost gotten up to the lead. Quinn Newton's lost the draft. Stuck down at 29th. We are about 20 laps into this run. Pit stops are about to become a factor. Cars want to get a single file into the bottom. Quite a few of the playoff drivers already down to the bottom. Lucas Weitzman, Mike Chris, Wes Parker, Montrose, they're all down on the bottom. Travis Martin and Mike Edwards are going to have to find their way down. Further back, Trenton Sneed's down to the bottom. Harry Grindell too, right ahead of him. So almost all the playoff drivers are down. Just the 63 and 14 left. Oh, they got very close as the 88 Mike Chris. Another Mustang getting up off the bottom. I wonder if there's a handling characteristic in those Mustangs that's just causing them to lose the bottom there a little bit. Six is going to leave his drafting partner, drops down in front of Scrametta. Nick Short now by himself up there on the top line. 2 laps down.
My bad, Trav. It didn't feel like I was getting punched, and then all of a sudden I got lost.
No problemo.
Now the cave cars. It's Edwards and Evers going to the top line. 21 laps into this run. Pit cycles are going to start becoming more and more of a factor, but we're also only 8 laps away from the stage points when we get to the stripe here. Field works their way by Lucky Eck. Dalton Hayes brushing the wall there going into turn 3. Logan Smith leads in the 6. Travis Martin leading that 2-car middle line with the 2-lap down machine of the 43 Nick Short. You have Edwards and Evers. Looks like they're dropping back on purpose so they can get down here. Logan leads another lap. Looks like Lucas thought about trying to go to the outside and going around the 6 and decided not to. Field is catching Quinn Newton in the 5. Quinn, last car in the lead lap in 29th. As we said earlier, has lost the main draft. See if he decides to stay low or if he's going to move. Oh, the 43 of Short up and into the wall. Is he going to hang on to it? No! Crash is happening. JR Deal involved. Probably need a caution here. Most of that happening
Okay,
off
that's
the
gotta
main
be a
track.
caution.
Randy Lee's around, 15's around. Travis Martin says it's
That was
iRacing caution.
7 or 8 people.
Yeah, I mean, that was massive.
They're not wrong. That was a rather big wreck.
35 pitting, 35 pitting.
I'm
Cave Cars, Dustin Franklin,
get up
Dalton
to me here,
Hayes,
Scott. Let's go, buddy.
21. That's Clapper Newell all coming to pit road.
I'm in this time.
It's one of our playoff drivers, Mike Edwards, coming down. Got an Edwards fan in chat.
33 pitting next time by. Hey Wesley, the 3 cars in front of you are pitting. Ambo.
Sounds like EXT,
Putting in.
low drag, whatever you want to call them.
67 pitting.
CTC. They have a lot of names. They're coming here.
33 pitting.
Looks like Wes is coming with them.
Pitting in.
Damon Nagel, Wes Parker. Big lockup there. Looks like everybody makes it for the most part.
Ethan, go by me here. I have damage.
Mike Edwards, Dalton Hayes, 74, 26, and it looks like 21. All working together here, trying to get back together nose to tail. We'll watch the main pack. Only 2 cars still out there. And here Logan Smith and Travis Martin going that extra lap. I'm sure we'll see them come down this time because they can't afford to stay out there by themselves very long. And here they come. Jeremy Scher stays out. 15 car is now one of the last cars on the lead lap. He had been to pit road already, so that takes care of this pit cycle. That is everybody. Let's see Lucas Huisma. Where is Mike Edwards? There he is at full speed. I don't think he's quite going to catch the front. They should be in decent shape. As long as those 2 cars don't keep that gap over a second. The gap's 1.3 right now to Edwards. He should be able to close that up though. There they go by Logan Smith and Travis Martin. So 2 CTC cars and 2 Blockbuster cars in the top 4. And you have Mike Edwards, Dalton
Daniel, you got
Hayes,
any damage?
Fort Worth Screen cars trying to catch that lead
No, I'm
4.
good.
And you have Evers, looks like he's
Okay,
pushing
I'm gonna
Damon
work with you.
Nagel.
Let's try and get you, me, and Kelly here up front.
Yep. Middle lane, middle lane.
He says up front, but they're 10 seconds back.
Jeff, let me know when we get to the, I can't see you. I'm going to be right on you.
Nick Short was hoping for that
Travis will be good to pick up here.
yellow to come out, didn't get it.
Check up a little bit.
I'm on you.
Nick Short hits pit road.
Okay, we're pulling up on him in just a second. We're good.
That was Randy. To be honest though, I like when it's iRacing cautions because then it's no like it can't go back on the person making the call. It's just that's what iRacing did. You got a problem with it, talk to iRacing. I like that aspect.
You're a better pusher than me. I'm gonna let you go by me to push him.
Whenever they're clear. Whenever they're clear.
So the top 4 are all playoff drivers. 88, 97, 14, and 1.
Drop down, drop down.
Lucas tried to block that outside line, and they're going to leave him in the middle. Edwards, Hayes, and the 74 of Dustin Franklin go around the 97 of Hoytsma. He'll pick up on the back of that line. So we're coming on the final lap for stage points here. Mike Edwards, remember, he came in 8th in points. He's trying to get as much as he can here. Looks like the 97 has pulled out. He's going to try and pull back that middle line, help his teammate on the inside line. So Hoytsma, again, already through to the next round. I don't know if that outside line is just going to have enough push here, but we'll find out in very short order. Edwards does get out in front. He's going to drop down in front of Mike Chris. Mike Edwards going to win the stage. Points going out to the playoff drivers. Trenton Steed getting the last one. Damon Nagel, Lucas Hoytsma gets 3, but he's already through. Cleaver, Evers, Montrose, he gets 6. Franklin 7. Christopher 8. Hayes 9. And Edwards picks up 10 points there. The end of our halfway there. Edwards executing nicely with his teammates to pick up the points. Now we see Dalton Hayes leading the outside line with the 74 of Dustin Franklin. Lucas Hoytsma's up there, and I believe that's Daniel Llewellyn. Now Hoytsma drops back down to the bottom line. We have playoff drivers 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inside. Outside is Dalton Hayes and 74 of Franklin. Like one of the Labor 12 cars coming to pit road. That is Lucky in the 83. Hayes gets himself a lap lead there. After our first pit cycle, our top 11 are all connected. Then you have 7 seconds back. This 4-car pack. Wes Parker, playoff driver, leading this group. Have Scrametta, Price, Clapper Newell, all in that group. Then another 3 seconds back, you have Andrew Beach, Nathan Harper, Travis Martin. They're trying to run down the guys ahead. Behind that, you have Logan Smith and Kelly Hyatt, 19th and 20th. And you have Cliff Mullins, Harry Grindell, one of the playoff drivers. Harry in danger here. Only back 20 seconds.
Save a little bit of a lane so that on the corners when you're not pushing me, you can breathe it just a little bit to keep it mildly cool.
Then you have Scherer and Benke, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Trying to draft and stay on that lead lap.
Also let you get a fairly good run down the straightaways to give me a push.
On almost single file here. Now Ian Montrose pops out, trying to create that second line. Is it Schultes? This is definitely a cheek clincher. I like that phrase. The 1 and 2. That is Montrose and Cleaver, Mustang teammates at Blockbuster, along with Damon Nagel. Those 3 working that high line. You have Edwards, Mike Chris, Lucas Hoytsma, Daniel Llewellyn inside. A little further back, Ethan Evers, 67, Hayden Lull. Dalton Hayes. Looks like he's going to the tail end of the line with Trenton Sneed. They might go single file. I think Edwards is going to go to the back of this pack. Nick Short's coming towards them. Nick Short, he is 2 laps down. Jake Lawrence has retired. He'll finish 29th unless Lucky jumps him, in which case Jake will go to 30th. Randy Lee 31st. Dave Hoytsma 32nd. Quinn Newton 33rd. Those cars have all retired from the event. I think if we're smart here, we'll get this front pack single file, but I think they want to have Wes Parker catch some other. There's still 8 seconds, the gap to this 4-car pack. This front group, if they could get single file, they would put even bigger distance over that group. Right now, just Damon Nagel, the last of the cars to want to get single file. I think they're trying to get Damon Nagel down in 3rd, and Mike Chris is having none of it. So we're going to go back 2x2 again up front. Oh yeah? Well, I'm glad I got it right for you. We almost had this front pack single file. We just couldn't get that 86 Mustang down to the bottom. So then the teammates stayed out there with him. And here come those CTC boys back to the inside. Mike Chris, Lucas Heusman, Daniel Lawala.
Daniel, you would make me far more comfortable if you chose to run 1 lane instead of 2.5.
We're going to raid the 9 car when we're done. Remind me, Jake, I'll forget. I'm done.
I can't lie, I kind of need to stay behind these guys that were catching up so I can save a little fuel.
And that's kind of what I thought Mike Chris would do. I thought he would intentionally let the 1.2 and 86 by just so he could save fuel. But that is not the case. Hayden's dropped back in that 67.
Me?
Yeah, I can't be in a pack. I'm about to blow up, boys.
Don't know who that was. Second pack still losing ground. Has a lot more cars. Andrew Beach was talking about how he needed to save fuel, but he has been pushed back to the front of this pack again. Wes Parker, one of our playoff contenders, is back here in this pack. Travis Martin as well, 63. He didn't have the yellow banner, but believe me, he's in there. At least I think he is. Yes, he is. Right there at the cutoff line. Can't believe these guys are actually still side by side. They just need to get it single file. There you go. Get that 43 to leave you alone. He's many laps down. I think Short currently 3 laps down. Somebody bribe him to get in line. Your gap may have gotten up to 5.5 seconds, but it's starting to come back down now that Beach is leading this pack. Gap is slowly coming down with Andrew Beach leading the second pack.
Get hot, let me know. I'm going to the back. I need to save fuel.
Anytime.
Hey, Kelly, you came down on me.
Did you say anytime?
Kelly, what did you say?
Here they go by the 9 of JR Deal.
Yes, sir.
Not sure what happened to JR. Suddenly he's 2 laps down. Have to find out.
I'll let you in when you get in Pat. When you get.
So Ian Montrose leads. Mike Chris has decided to get in behind the screen.
Do you need help? Try and play innocent.
No,
Awful
I thought
spicy.
Burton was going to drop all the way back further than he did.
I'm not Trenton, damn it.
Get up here. We need speed.
I meant Andrew.
I'm not Trenton, damn it.
Get some air here, Nathan.
Well, it's down under 9 seconds. This pack is catching the lead pack.
I'll put my right side close to the white so you can go a little under and get some air.
Trying to get some air and keep the speed up while they're pushing. On the front stretch, but if you watch on the back stretch, Travis Martin will put his right side tires on the dotted white line. You'll see the 34 dart to the left to try to get some air. So those two Mustangs work together. This lead pack cutting down that gap to the front. It's down to 8.5 seconds. Finally got themselves sorted single file. So even with that heavily damaged third car for Clapper Newell, they are still cutting into the advantage of that lead pack. probably do a little bit better if they could get Skrmeta to jump to 21. That third car is usually pretty important too. Meanwhile, up front, the lap machines, the 1 and the 2, have let the lap machines get in front of this pack and lead. So that means JR Deal still 1 lap down. Nick Short now only 2 laps down. As the leaders try to save fuel off the lap machines, this could be why that lead pack is being run down by that second pack. See if you can see the gap here. There they are. Briefly could see them working through 1 and 2. A lot of this pack, I'm sure, saving fuel. Travis Martin just trying to run him down. We're at 8.4. The gap from Martin to Dalton Hayes. If you're talking Jeremy Clapper, yes.
You need a clean car up there, Dan.
We're starting a lap to 33. Everyone be on your heads. You might be out for someone.
Nothing to worry about.
Trying to find the 33.
I heard you say my number. I don't know what else you said. Your mic is terrible.
Oh, no, man, I never said your number. I said number 6.
Hey, Kelly, you came across my nose, dude.
So 33 and the 6 having a little spice.
I know I'm not going to wreck anybody's face.
God, it's just a lovely day here in Talladega.
Normally at Sidewinder, this is about coming to the end, but we've got an extra 30 laps for you.
We're gonna have to wait a lot for pit stops.
Hey, Cliff, I'll give you $5 right now if you wreck. Don't tempt me.
So the second package down to 8.3 as the third car in line has become Travis Skrmeta. Now Travis Martin looks like he's trying to drop back and gets into the
I was
wall.
trying to get you in, I just couldn't get it checked up fast enough. Sorry, Travis. I wanted you in front of me. I know you're a damn good pusher.
Yeah, I left it a bit to give you a suck there.
With that, the second pack is now actually dropping back once again, losing ground to the lead pack with Harper out front. Had gotten it down under 8.5. Now it's almost back up over 9.
Do you need me to listen to the Fed beats, or are you good?
I can go 6.8 more.
I got 6.4.
So maybe lap 66 we'll start seeing all the pit stops once again. And now I see why they were saving fuel. It's going to be close.
Nathan,
Let's
can you
get to
make
the
it
end.
lap 65?
Hang on, let me look. Hang on.
Checking on our playoff cars. Montrose leads in the 1. Mike Chris is
Yeah, I'll be
4th.
in.
Lucas Hoytsma in 5th. Trenton Sneed is 6th.
Yep, I can.
Hayden Lull is 7th. Mike Edwards 8th. All of those are playoff cars. Then we have Wes Parker 17th.
Right sides and fuel here, guys. Right sides and fuel. Make sure all your fast repairs, everything's unchecked that you don't want.
Harry Grindell back here with the blinking Cliff Mullins. Harry in 20th. Not the race
We're
he's
gonna
been
come
looking
in on
for.
lap 65.
So the second pack telling the front pack what they're going to do is they're up over 9.5 seconds, about to be 10 seconds back. This second pack with Harper pushing is not gaining ground like they were.
I'm 13th, I think.
This only worked when Andrew Beach was out front, really. Travis Martin wasn't too bad of a leader either.
Behind you, he's in front of me, so you're good.
Harper and Skrmeta, it's not getting done as it's now up over 10 seconds and growing.
Okay, so I'll go on the inside then.
About to be 11 seconds. It's growing in a hurry. This pack's
All right,
losing a
yeah,
lot of ground.
But I didn't even think about that.
Front pack's gotten all single file, and all of a
since I'm
sudden they are
behind you,
leaving
I
that
will
second
go
pack.
this side of you. Nathan, did you qualify behind or ahead of us?
I'm like one of the first stalls.
Skrmetta up the hill. That can kill it.
Okay.
Second car
If you
not
kinda
really
go
on the
for
back
more
bumper of the leader.
aggressive entry in, I'll try and stay in between y'all so I don't turn anybody, even if we kind of mess up braking.
Second pack getting
All right,
their
let's pick it up here for the last 3 boys. Let's get it.
pit strategy all figured out.
Everything you got.
Ever since the
I
34 has
gotta
gotten out front, they've lost 3.5 seconds.
I'll follow.
See the lead pack going into 3 as they're coming out of 2. JR Deal in the 9:43 of Nathan Short. I say Nathan Short. Nick Short. Those two are leading this pack, but they are not leading by position. JR is 1 lap down, last car 1 lap down. Nick Short, last car 2 laps down. They're trying to stay just ahead of the leaders so they don't go an additional lap down. Montrose, that green and yellow John Deere car that just went down onto the apron briefly, he is the race leader. They decided to stay behind the lap machines to save some fuel. Pretty smart in my opinion. That whole pack has gone single file. I'm sure we will see a bunch of racing once we get past these
Correct.
final pit stops.
I'll call us on the backstretch.
I'm blinking.
Getting to 23 and 24 laps into this run based on where people
Nathan,
were on
hold on to your
the
fucking
pit
ass.
road.
I'm getting us everything we can here.
Means Andrew Beach is about to shove the crap out of him. Like 21 Clapper Newell coming to pit road a lap earlier than those guys. Couldn't quite go that distance.
Come here, Scott.
This lap,
It's the top 11 plus the 2 lap machines. 13 cars in this pack.
Wesley, I'll be going low with Beach here.
Be in their best interest to all come together if they can.
Nathan, we're coming this time. Whenever you drop down low, give me a couple lanes since you're one of the first stalls. I don't want to run into you.
We're right at that halfway mark. Here come those Fort Worth screen cars. They went to the back of the pack. They're going to come in. Hit pit road together, those 4. See Scott Elston, Cliff Mullins, Harry Grindell already on pit road. .74 hits his box. Pit road becoming a busy spot. You got the second group, Travis Martin, Andrew Beach, Harper, Parker, Skrmetta, 33 Kelly Hyatt,
Sorry about that.
all on pit road. It's Ethan Evers down and away, Dustin Franklin, Mike Edwards. There they go, back to the
Well,
pack.
again,
Where's
just
Dalton?
relax. I'm just trying to figure you out here.
Dalton a little bit further back. Here comes the lead pack. JR Deal and pretty much everybody. The only one that didn't come was Nick Short. Within 2 laps, everyone's hit pit road. That's pretty wild. That's how narrow that pit window was for making it. Montrose misses his box, has to back up. That could be big. He could lose the draft off of that. The same thing for Cody Cleaver and the 67 of Hayden Lowell. All 3 of those Mustangs blow their pit stalls. It'll be very interesting to see how they come off pit road and regroup those 7 cars. Here goes JR Deal down and away. Lucas Hoytsma, the 86 of Nagel. Mike Chris, Trenton Sneed. So the one of Montrose is going to be in the pack. Definitely lost his lead, but still in the group. I think Cleaver's going to be okay. Hayden Lowell at the back of that pack. And here comes the 3-car group as Hayes never caught up. Dustin Franklin, Ethan Evers, and Mike Edwards, they're going to scoot on by. They've got a ways to go to catch the 9 of Deal, but they are going to have a head of steam.
I thought I lost y'all, but we're good.
Oh shit, I didn't know. Hey, good job.
Yeah, sorry about that. Whenever you said one of the first pit stops, I was thinking one of the very first ones, not all the way at the end of pit road.
Dustin Franklin all the way to the lead. Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards.
It's alright, we're all here.
They're going to drop down. Looks like Nagel picked up a penalty.
Oh, but
86
slow
car
down.
heading back to pit road.
I'm not gonna push you, Wes, but I'm gonna stay as close to your bumper as I can.
Dustin Franklin leads that lap. 23 laps to go from Talladega. If we go green, that is probably our final pit stop.
Sorry, Jeff. Certainly.
So after all that, the top 10 cars are in this lead pack, plus JR Deal. 11 cars total in this lead pack. The gap back to Travis Martin and company is 9.6, so they've gotten it down some. Travis Martin and Wes Parker, two playoff drivers trying to recover. It's not the night for Harry Grindell back in 21st. Ian Montrose back down pit road in the 1. Huge implications. One of our playoff cars.
My bad, my bad.
Back on pit road. Must have had a penalty. Damon Nagel did in fact have a penalty. He had a 54-second stop last time he came down. Ian Montrose, one of our 8 playoff cars, sitting on pit road observing a penalty.
Is this okay?
I need all the RPM.
Critical time of the race. Looks like the 43 has come back out in front of Franklin, Evers, and Edwards. They choose not to ride behind and save fuel. Little surprise there. The 74 car has damage. So does the 26, and those two are leading this pack. Even Edwards has damage on that right side. .43 jumps up in front of the 9. We'll see if they try to drive back to the front of this group again.
Thank you, Daniel.
But all 3 of the first 3 cars have significant damage to them. Lucas Hoytsma, first clean-looking car there in 4th. 97 looks pristine. It's Michael Christopher behind him. Then Dalton Hayes, Trenton Sneed. The 23 of Llewellyn is not on the lead lap. His first car 1 lap down. He's in that lucky dog spot should that yellow come out.
Whoever's in this lead pack, this second group is catching us very rapidly. Like, we got to figure something out or they're going to catch us.
Oh, it'll be better now, though, that the 43 and 9 are out front.
I'm coming.
Should see the speed pick up.
You good, Wesley, or are you good? We're managing it. Stay by me.
It looks like he's breathing it as often as he can in the corners and down the straightaways a little bit, so he might be able to keep it right there.
Under 7 seconds right now. 6.9 the gap. West gets some air there through the corner.
1.95 to the good.
Gets right back on his back bumper and pushes him into the tri-oval. The gap we're watching is the gap between Martin and Hayden Lowell. 6.5 right there going into 1. This lead pack needs to stay in line and work together, but Lucas Hoytsma jumps out. Lucas is already through, so he don't care. Such a big gap between JR Deal and the 74. I know there's damage to the 74.
Nice job keeping that together right there, boys.
That side by side will only help Travis Martin and company. Looks like Lucas and Christopher are trying to get to the front of this.
I'm just pulling down my engine.
They're all catching that, what was that, 5-car pack ahead of them? Looks like Cher, Benke in that group. Harry Grindell, one of our playoff drivers, is in that group.
I have to left there, my bad.
It's now Lucas Heusman and Mike Christopher taking the lead and are side by side with the 2 lapped cars. Looks like Mike Chris is going to drop in there. Lucas Heusman is as well. Now we'll see if this front pack can get a little more organized, start to pull away again from that second group.
Daniel.
7 seconds back to this pack. Hayden very annoyed with Daniel being not in line. Hayden has some right front damage to that Napa Ford. Now they're catching this big pack of cars that are tail end of the lead lap. Jeremy Scher, Benke, Elston, Cliff Mullins, Harry Grindell. That'll lap all the way up to 16th. And they are going to be scrambling for the lucky dog in that group. This front pack almost doubles in size. One good thing is that gives Trenton Sneed a teammate to help him push. Harry Grindell can help Trenton now if he chooses to. As they work by the 83, a Lucky. The leaders of those 2 cars on the high line, because the 2 cars on the inside are not on the lead lap. So there's not even a battle position-wise.
You want me to stay with you when you go high like that, Wesley?
I mean, just give a little gap. I mean, you can be on me. It's fine. I can manage.
8.3 and losing ground is this second pack now. They were catching in a hurry, but now that this pack is huge. Still see that gap. Deal back to Franklin. Franklin to the 2 cave cars. All those cars with the damage seem to be a little bit wounded. Catching another lap machine. Perhaps the 33 of Hyatt, it looks like. No back end on that car. This is what we were thinking might happen. Lap down machines start battling one another. Cliff Mullins, Daniel Llewellyn trying to pass Harry Grindell. Trying to be the first car 1 lap down. In theory, that should help that second pack catch up, but it is 8.8 right now, the gap.
Yeah, we need a yellow bad.
I bet you'll get one in like 5 laps. That's how these races usually work.
Heusman and Mike Chris have just been riding that second line by themselves, trying to get ahead of those 2 lapped cars. Now Ethan Evers jumps up in front of Trenton Sneed. They're going to the top. Now we're getting 2 legitimate lines formed up here. Second pack 9.5 seconds back, but now that we've gone 2 by 2, they're starting to close in again. Gap from Martin to Hayden started to drop a little bit. JR Deal's going to jump up in front of Lucas Hoytsma. Now we have lap cars leading both lines. And Travi, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hope your Tuesday is going great. You're 12 to go from Talladega. Playoff implications on the line. That 97's already through to the next round. 88 Mike Chris could punch his way there with a Lucas Hoytsma with a huge slide there.
That was some massive neck. Holy crap. That
Daniel,
was an amazing save, though.
Llewellyn has gone around in the
We
23.
need a caution now.
Don't go on the track, Daniel. Wow. Daniel trying to get the caution to trigger. Then comes to a complete stop. He drove that thing right on the track trying to get that caution to trigger. Thank goodness it didn't. Dustin Franklin on the inside line pokes his nose in front of Mike Christopher, and that is for the lead. Remember those two front cars, the orange one and the silver and black, off the lead lap. So Dustin Franklin takes over the lead with Mike Edwards in tow, Dalton Hayes behind him. Come to the stripe. And we are 10 laps to go from Talladega. 80 down, 10 to go. Mike Chris battles Dalton Hayes. That is for the third position. Lucas Hoytsma's fallen to 9th. He's the last car on a lead lap in this pack. The gap to that second group is growing. Travis Martin now 10 seconds back. A lot of playoff drivers in this group here. Harry Grindell, the only one I think off the lead lap. The rest of them for position. Mike Edwards, Mike Christopher side by side. Both of them trying to move on to the next round. Then you have Trenton Sneed a little further back. Hayden Lowell. Of course, you know that 97's already through, so 7 drivers going for 3 spots. Maybe I'll be nice and do the points right after. Coming to get the lap 82 complete. 8 to go at the stripe. Trenton Sneed's now leading that third line. Dustin Franklin pops out in front of Mike Christopher. We are 3 wide and we are catching lap traffic in the form of the 21 of Clapper Duel. Ahead of him is Ian Montrose. Montrose had that pit penalty, as did Nagel, and I believe they're working together to try and stay 1 lap down, but they are being caught by this field. Travis Martin in 10th, still 10 seconds back from Cody Cleaver. Mike Edwards still trapped behind those lap cars on the inside. He's almost in a must-win situation in that 14.
That would have been nice for a call out there, guys. We almost wrecked.
That's probably what they wanted.
Oh, JR Deal down on the apron. He's sliding the 9. Does he save it?
All right, get ready, Crowder.
JR Deal with a hell of a save in that 9 car.
Okay.
We stay green as Trenton Sneed to the lead in the 81. They are catching the 21 of Clapper Newell. Hopefully Clapper can get down off the track, because this is going to be bad.
We're 3.
He didn't go anywhere.
Make it 4, make it 4.
And Clapper Newell causing a wreck. Cliff Mullins.
Wrecking on the front, wrecking on the front.
Okay, caution's out, caution's out, caution's out.
Check up, check up, check up, check up, check up, check up.
Caution finally does come out.
Why did you not get out of the way, Lapper? Like, holy shit.
Clapper Newell just caused that one by
It's
staying in the
Clapper.
middle of the way.
He was holding the bottom. He was holding his line. It's just fine. That's what he's going to say.
That's just different level of respect, guys. Some of us have it, some of us don't. I'm not going to the apron and spinning out and causing a big one. I held my line.
Going to the apron is exactly what you should have done. Slowed down and gotten out of the way. Is exactly what you
Jeremy,
should
yes,
have done.
you held your line. Good job, buddy. Proud of you. But the pack is coming 3 wide. You got to look in your mirror and take a hint. You're terrible at that kind of thing.
Gotta let pace by.
Why,
Yeah,
oh
live
why,
by
oh
that
why?
in your head.
Just why?
I mean, oh my.
Just why?
Cut off first, man. How hard, like, we're off here racing for being fight for championship.
Just-
Jeremy, I'm so sorry. I did not realize the pace car was right there.
Just why?
I'm looking at it on the broadcast, man. You did not even hold your line. Like, ruin a great race. An absolute race. Great race.
You helped some of us out there.
He even made that through is impressive.
Jeremy, I'm sure you're a good dude, but you've got to learn some awareness and that some things can be your fault.
Alright, she'll help you. Let's move on. Quit bashing me.
Dude, how do you blame me every fucking time, dude?
I mean, everyone's gonna blame you for that one, my guy. Everyone is gonna blame you for
I
that.
didn't want to go to the apron because I was going to spin out.
You had to go to
And
the
then
apron.
I held my line on the fucking yellow line all the way around, and
I mean, I never agree with Hayden, and I have to agree with Hayden there.
That tells you something right there.
there's different opinions. You have to understand why everybody's mad. Like, that was huge.
Wow. Well, here we go.
Why is he getting the pass everybody? That just stayed out to get the wave around, but we didn't go get it now because he's got a pass everybody.
Probably because Lucas stayed out.
So Lucas and Scrametta stay out. This 97 and 7 will be 1 and 2. Then Mike Edwards, Dustin Franklin, Trenton Sneed, Mike Chris, Ethan Evers, Dalton Hayes, Andrew Beach, Cody Cleaver, Jeff Price, Nathan Harper, Hayden Lowell, Harry Grindell. Interesting. What the hell happened? The 21 was getting lapped by the field as the field was 3 wide, and instead of getting out of the way like most people would, he stayed on the bottom line right in the way. And when they tried to squeeze 4 wide, netcode and all kinds of other stupid shit happened.
That's why I just asked you.
Yep.
Because they didn't get the wave around because they let them stay ahead of us for some reason.
There's 2 cars that stayed out.
Yeah, Hoytsman stayed up.
Why would I pit?
No, I was just saying the time to let them stay ahead of us.
And drama. That's all I can say.
I didn't realize you had stayed out with it.
I didn't realize there was anybody waiting for the wave around. Sorry, guys.
It's not just Lucas. Scrametta skate out too. Hoytsma has some damage to that 97 now. The back end is beat up now on that Chevrolet. Scrametta on the outside, Toyota doesn't look too bad of shape, at least from this angle. If you want to have damage, the back end's where I guess you'd want it to be. Yeah, Scrimmetta has a little back end damage too, but not bad. You have Edwards, Dustin Franklin, row 2. We're going to have a 3-lap shootout here. I'm still laughing that Dalton Hayes and Hayden all agreed on something. That's when you know it's bad and you're probably in the wrong. Pace car heads towards pit road. We are set for a 3-lap shootout. Hoytsman and Scrimmetta on the front row.
What are you doing?
We're already mad we haven't got the green yet. Guy back in 19th place getting yelled at. Lucas Hoytsman, the 97, gets on the gas pedal. We'll see where Scrimmetta decides to go in the 7. They'll go nose to tail. Mike Chris pushing 74 of Franklin. Mike Edwards in the 14 trying to get up to speed. Doesn't have any help with him. Now the 97 and 7 drop down in front of him. Mike Christopher is going to split the 2 cave cars. Mike Edwards goes to the outside. He's going to try to get outside Scrimmetta. Mike Christopher is going to try to go to the inside in the 88. We're going to go 3 wide as his teammates are going to give him that inside. Because Mike Chris is trying to get into the playoffs. Lucas Hoyts was already there. Mike Chris getting some help from his teammates there. He's going to take the lead on the inside. And now it's Mike Chris and Mike Edwards for the win here. Andrew Beach gets shoved up into the outside wall. We may get a caution here before we get too far along. There it is. I believe Mike Edwards was ahead at the moment, but it goes back to the last scoring loop for iRacing. We'll have to see if it is indeed Edwards or Christopher as the leader. The team games were very obvious there, and it was kind of entertaining to watch how Hoytsma and Scrimmetta took the middle line and just allowed Mike Chris to take the lead.
That one wasn't me, Beach. I'm sorry, but it wasn't me. That's on me, that's on me. I apologize. Couldn't hold the line.
I believe that's Ethan Evers. See if we can go back and take a look.
Up into you, Beach.
Yeah, Ethan Evers comes up on Andrew Beach, and then Netcode does the rest. 26 car not holding the inside, gets Dalton Hayes up and into Andrew Beach. And then all hell breaks loose. Catches a piece of Hayden Lowell, the playoff car. He gets spun out. Trying to see who would be the lucky dog. It might be the 22 of Parker, which would be huge. Well, Parker was shot to lap down as the playoff contender. Right now, him and Travis Martin both scored a lap down. Ian Montrose as well in the 1. All those cars trying to advance. Harry Grindell in the 70. He has just not had a very good night, but he is on the lead lap, so he still has a shot at it. We're headed to overtime. We'll see if guys like Hoytsman and Scrimmetta need to pit with this overtime. Jeff Price is going to come down in the 19, brings the 71 down, but he needs repairs. The intensity is just ratcheted up right now.
Yep.
Over an hour and a half into this race. And there goes Wes Parker. Does get the lucky dog. We'll have 15 on the lead lap, including Parker, who was up in that group trying to make the next round of the playoffs. There you see him in 3rd on the playoffs points there, with 2061 coming in here tonight. I think we'll do the points live on stream. Maybe not on the YouTube video, but I think we'll do them live on stream to make sure who goes where. Martin still trapped a lap down. Grindel's having a rough night. Mike Chris and Mike Edwards, 6th and 8th, are the top 2 cars in this race. Trenton Sneed's up there in 6th. He's still got a shot to win it. So really, I mean, Harry Grindel's in the lead lap, so you never know. He could win too. Travis Martin off the lead lap. He's struggling right now. Wes Parker just got back on the lead lap. And then Hayden Lowell. Hayden's down in 12th. So the bottom 4 are outperforming 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Of course, Lucas is still up there in 4th, so he's doing pretty good. Parker comes down pit road. He's going to get 4 fresh tires, because why not? You're the lucky dog. You're going to start at the back no matter what. There he goes. Right side's up. 4 fresh tires going on that 22 Toyota. Let's see if we can find someone to have a quick chat with. Michael, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, sir, it was going all green and beautiful until all hell broke loose, and now we find yourself in a battle with the other Mike. Both of you probably feel like you need to win this race to move on. What's it going to come down to in these green-white checkers?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to split the teammates up or what, or keep them together, or how. I don't even know. I'm going to have to go full throttle and just hope for the best here. But I got my teammates around me, so it helps. But he's got his around him, so I don't know.
Your team
See what happens.
Your team worked that last restart beautifully, taking the middle line, letting you use the bottom to get to the lead.
Yeah, I think he blocked Mike, and then Lucas, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a huge run, and he's just like, man, is that you on the bottom? I'm like, yeah, and he just let me by, so.
Heck yeah. I mean, Lucas is already through. He don't need no help.
Yeah. It was a great race, though. Worked it out perfectly, so I hope it all works out, so we'll see what happens.
Sam Ford, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mike Chris, the black Dale Jr. Ford Mustang. Up there on the top side. Got his teammate Lucas Hoitzman right behind him, and then Trenton Sneed.
My apologies.
Trenton still trying to move on in these playoffs. Inside line is Mike Edwards, Dustin Franklin, then the 7, 26, 47. In the top 10. I'm nervous, and I don't even out there behind the wheel. Half a lap away from going back green. Feels like an eternity.
Holy crap!
The randomest holy crap ever. Wes, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, you're back on the lead lap now, and anything can happen. How do you feel about trying to move on to the next round now that you're back on that lead lap?
Not good. Me and Travis went at the wrong time to pit and stuff, and it hurt us. But we kind of had a little encounter.
It happens.
Kind of messed up pit road. Yeah.
So you didn't get on pit road cleanly? Is that what you're saying?
No, we did not. I rear-ended him. I was staying to the right side, and I didn't know if he heard me earlier or not. I was like, are you going to the left? And we just kind of miscommunicated. So.
Whoops.
Yeah. So he's now a lap down still. So we'll see what happens.
10-4. Well, good luck to you. We'll see what happens here in a few laps' time.
Adios.
Wes Parker down there in the 15th spot, back on the lead lap. And as we've said, anything can happen. Pace car is heading off. The only driver that's safe right now is that 97. Lucas Hoitzman knows he's fighting for the championship next week. 7 other drivers competing for 3 spots to try and join him. Mike Edwards, Dustin Franklin get back going once again. Franklin needs to get up and push that 14, or else that outside line is going to have a hell of a run. Trenton Sneed, though, drifting back. Travis Skrmetta, he's teammates to those 2 cars on the high side, so he's going to move up. Ethan Evers, teammates to those inside cars. He'll stay on that inside, but he's got to hustle that car. The outside is going to have the momentum here. Mike Chris is going to be able to get down if he wants it. Lucas Hoitzman's almost cleared those first 2 on the inside. Outside line is really prevailing here. Inside's going to have to work hard. Comes Mike Edwards, the push of Dustin Franklin. Alcine just gets such a big run on these corner exits. Franklin pushing Mike Edwards. Edwards still has that right front damage. We get to the white flag, so this will be the last lap of the race. Checkers or wreckers. Hoytsman's going to push that 88 for all it's worth. Hoytsman's one of the best pushers in SRL, and here comes the 88 to the outside. Huge momentum. Trenton Sneed try to go to that top line. Maybe too little too late for Trenton. Hayden Lowell's going to go to the top. Mike Edwards, Mike Christopher. And that third line, Trenton. Edwards may have to go up if he wants to block Mike Chris. Oh, they're wrecking in the background, but we're staying with the leaders. Mike Chris gets a hell of a push. It's going to be close. Oh, they make contact. Dustin Franklin into Mike Christopher. Mike Edwards across the line first. Mike Edwards
That was the dirtiest fucking shit I've ever seen.
picks up the win, and Mike Christopher is pissed off about it.
Of course.
That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Something about that. This is fun. Burn it down.
Dustin
I didn't
Franklin
even see that, Matt, so sorry.
made contact, I believe, with Mike Christopher coming to the line.
Well, at least it wasn't an accident.
Very angry. Frustration boiling over as the playoffs wind down. Let's go back and take a look at it once again. Dustin Franklin out of shape on the apron, and then it comes up into Hoytsma and Christopher. I know it won't help Christopher feel any better, but Franklin definitely caught the apron and got out of shape. It's not like he just turned right. One more time, you see him out of shape there, catches the apron, then comes up into 88 and 97. They all go around. Mikey's out here somewhere. There he is. No smoke coming off the car, except for the right side. Left side doesn't do smoke, apparently. Let's see if we can get our top three to the interview room, which is Mike Chris, Lucas Hoytsma, and Mike Edwards. This could be interesting. Or we just do it ourselves. Start dragging people. Mike, DG, got a copy?
Hi.
Hi. Well, sir, you were able to pick up the win there in dramatic fashion, then blew the motor for good measure. What did you see in your mirror coming to the line there? That was crazy.
Good question. I have no idea.
You don't know what you
I
saw?
saw them started crashing, and then I got turned, and I kind of just had to wheel all the way to the left, and yeah, that was something.
And yeah, you felt like it was a must-win tonight. It looks like you're able to pick up the win. That had to be fun, but man, a lot of drama on the radio. What do you feel about all that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It looks like someone was mad at Dustin, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I know we hit the apron there. I got door banged, but other than that, I don't know. I accidentally closed out the race, so now I need a replay.
Wow. All right, well, it's one way to get it moved on to that Championship 4. We'll see who joins you here in a little bit. But congrats on that victory, and we'll see you next week for the championship.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Go ahead, hit me with those sponsor shout-outs, my friend.
KVRP, Fort Screen Printing, EPI, Labor 12, Autism Awareness, you for making these paints, and then everybody in the Fort Worth chat there. We had Jeremy, Becca, Kelly, Dustin, Ethan, and Dalton. Great strategy. You needed a win. Won the stage. Led some laps, and hey, somehow won. So, yeah, it was stressful.
I imagine. All right, bud. Congrats on that victory, and we'll see you in the next race.
Thanks, bud.
Lucas, TG, got a copy?
Yep.
Well, definitely not the way you wanted to end it, but still one hell of a night. Very good strategy with your team there. I thought you were going to pull it off when you and Travis went to that middle and Mike took the inside line. I thought that was pristine, but of course we didn't get the race back on that one, and unfortunately just come up a little bit short on that second run there tonight. Tell me about your night.
Yeah, I mean, absolute perfect race from the team as a whole. I mean, through and through, we were on the right strategy the whole race. Stayed up front. I don't think I fell out of the top 10, me and Mike both. I mean, we were just, me and him together at a plate race is just, it's unstoppable for some reason. But, man, at the end, with the 21 incident, it just felt like the whole, everybody was out to get us, maybe unintentionally. I don't know. But it's just, it sucks for Mike. I don't know if he's going to make it in. It's going to be close if he can beat Parker, but it's so disappointing for the whole team. I mean, we worked for 90 laps to get us in that situation, and it's so disappointing. You know, we came up so close at the end, but I guess I can't be too mad. I was locked in, and I get to race next weekend. But
I feel like the whole field agrees with you on the 21 situation. So even I was mad, and I'm up in the broadcasting booth. I'm not even driving. So that kind of felt like it just snake bit everything else, to be honest. Like all hell broke loose after that.
yeah, I think it would have been one of the best Talladega races we've had in the series and maybe the league if that had gone green. It is a shame. So, I mean, it was still a crazy finish. I'm sure for broadcast standpoint, it was entertaining.
Oh yeah, broadcast points, that was dramatic and high points for the style finish. But man, it was just got to be heartbreaking for you guys. You had such a good race, such a good plan, worked together so well for the whole race. And like I said, that move on the last restart when you and Travis went to the middle and Mike took the lead on the inside, that was just perfectly executed. And I really thought you guys kind of deserved to get up there and get the win for that, because that was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's part of Talladega racing, I guess. And I think I sealed my vote and definitely not wanting New Atlanta next week. That's for sure.
Poor buddy. Hit me with those friends and family sponsor shoutouts.
Yeah, man, just want to send a quick shout out to Labor 12. Randy raced some of this race tonight. He got caught up in an incident and had to take an early exit, but huge shout out to him. He's a great guy, and you should check out their stuff. And a big shout out to CTC, Low Drag Esports, M9 Performance, and all my teammates. You know, we had a great time tonight, and everybody who puts this thing on, everybody does a great job.
10-4. All right, give me your professional opinion. Should I pull in Mike Chris or just let him be?
I don't know if he's cooled down yet.
I know, but it's time for his interview.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not risky.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Congrats on making the championship next week, and we'll see if you can't bring the title home.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
We'll go ahead and bring down Mike Chris. Hopefully Mike's had a moment to cool down. I know he's still pissed off. Still the chance he can make it into that Final Four, so we'll find out here shortly once I get those points done. But just wanted to talk to you about your night. And man, your teammates were working so hard with you. And I don't know if you heard me on the broadcast, but when Lucas and Travis went to that middle and you went to the bottom to get the lead, that was just really, really cool teamwork. I thought that was impressive to see. And it's unfortunate that it ended.
I can't believe it worked. Yeah, I can't believe that move worked. I don't know how that... I thought about how that run worked out and how I got all that speed. I don't really know, but I don't know if they were just up there blocking and something that just caused it to me to have a good run. But that was nuts. I mean, it was fun. We did everything right. It was I was super nervous going to this race. I thought I'd make a mistake or we wouldn't work it right. I was pretty much in the front the whole day. I should have just trusted my super speedway skill. I mean, me and Lucas all worked together fantastically, and then Travis was able to get up there. Daniel was helping a little bit. It was a great team effort, and I'm really proud of that. So
yeah, Daniel unfortunately lost that lead lap, but then he was able to get with you guys and was still getting those teamwork going, and it was pretty fun to see Daniel be a part of that. I know Daniel doesn't get that opportunity a whole lot, so it was cool to see that aspect of it. And unfortunately, we have to talk about this painful part. Tell me what happened from your perspective coming to the end there.
I don't know. We've been watching it and looking at it. I'm not. They'll sort it out, whatever. I mean,
10-4.
I think it was some questionable things in this race just in general, but I mean, I don't want to address any of that stuff.
You aren't talking about the 21, are you?
No, never.
Man, everyone agrees with you on that one. Literally everyone. So that's
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say literally everyone, not the 21. Everyone else.
But I don't. Hopefully we make it. If not, Lucas, I'm sure will be looking good. If it's old Atlanta, I know he's going to be a favorite. If it's new Atlanta, he's going to have tons of teammates to help him again. So.
Yep, and he just
What happens?
he said in his interview this year that after this, he's definitely voting for old Atlanta at this point.
Yeah, can't blame him there.
Oh man! All right, bud. Well, hit me with those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs before we get on out of here.
Labor 12, the whole team today, EXT, low drag, just one of the funnest races on a super speedway I've had in a long time. There were a lot of guys up there all really racing to get in there and steal that last spot or those last 2 spots or whatever, and it was really fun. And take away the little shenanigans that happened, I think it was a really great race. So.
Sam 4. Well, it looked good up there, and like you said, your team executed it very well. So hopefully we can get you into this playoffs in this final round, but we'll have to see. I'll do the points here as soon as we end the YouTube broadcast. We'll find out here in short order. So hang on tight, and we'll see if you make it, bud.
All right. Thanks, man.
There is the 88 Mike Chris. He brought it home in P3 tonight. Top 3 getting their interviews. Let's take a look at our final results rundown. We have Mike Edwards picking up the victory. Lucas Hoytsma, Mike Chris, Ethan Evers, Dustin Franklin, your top 5. Travis Scrimmetta, Cody Cleaver, Harry Grindell, Nathan Harper, Andrew Beach, your top 10. Page 2, Jeff Price, Hayden Lull, Wes Parker, Dalton Hayes, Trenton Sneed, Ian Montrose, Matt Binky, Damon Nagel, Logan Smith, Cliff Mullins. Page 3, Scott Elson, Travis Martin, J.R. Deal, Nick Short, Lucky, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Jeremy Scherer, Daniel Llewellyn, Kelly Hyatt, and Jake Lawrence. And we don't even have the 4th page because it just doesn't work on this layout. So I'll let you know that Randy Lee finished 31st, Dave Hoytsma 32nd, and Quinn Newton brought it home 33rd tonight. Pretty cool to have such a large turnout this late in the season. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I have to say thank you to our partners at Fort Worth Screen Printing, fwscreen.com. Head on over there, pick up any of your custom-made screen printing needs, or you can go over to fwspdesign.com. Get yourself a John Garrett ARCA t-shirt or anything from John Garrett's already produced line of stuff, fwspdesign.com. Thank you so much for being part of our community. We love having you here tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's crazy 90-lap Talladega broadcast, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the Cup Series. Thank you so much, as always. We appreciate you. Have a great night, and bye-bye.